Communist-ruled Cuba is better known for its bureaucracy than its entrepreneurs. But recent changes to legislation have opened up opportunities for private business in certain sectors, particularly in manufacturing. Ed Augustin reports from Havana.
From their home in Havana, the Mantilla family makes gluten-free biscuits from cassava. But their small operation has severe limitations.
We work here in the house, and it's uncomfortable because we have very little space. With 3 people working in a bedroom, we sometimes bump into each other.
Now they have the chance to grow. The government has expanded the number of private sector entities from 127 to more than 2,000. It's also allowing entrepreneurs to import and export goods. It's part of an effort to open up the economy, a shift away from its communist past.
Now, each person can be more creative. This unleashes productive forces. We're not tying people down. It's important in this stage of the country's development.
The family's hopeful about the changes.
Take printing, for example. Now I can hire an employee to print the labels. Making these biscuits will become one integrated project from beginning to end.
This machine is made in Cuba. It's very basic. Being able to import is really good. I need an industrial grinder, not like the piece of junk we have, but a stainless steel grinder.
After decades of underinvestment, Cuba's manufacturing sector is in bad shape. Until now, all large-scale manufacturing on the island has been run by the state. And policymakers have been reluctant to allow private companies to set up factories, like they do in communist-run China and Vietnam, because they worry it will increase inequality. But economists believe opening up the private sector will help kick-start the struggling economy. GDP contracted 11% last year, due mainly to the fallout from the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as US sanctions.
The private sector pays market-rate salaries, and what we see in Cuba is that people in the private sector earn more than people in the state sector. So it's inevitable that a larger role for the private sector will mean more inequality. But this can be compensated for. A faster-growing economy means an economy where those earning less will also see their salaries rise. So as a long-term process, it's positive. It gets us out of this situation where nobody is happy with what they are earning.
But the government has maintained restrictions on more than 100 occupations, keeping the most productive sectors under state control. The Mantilla's son, Andres, studies engineering in Havana. It's one of those professions still illegal in the private sector. But he thinks he can put his knowledge to good use.
Studying prepares you for the future, and my studies can play a role in what I am doing now. The development of new machines and manufacturing processes to improve the quality of our products. In the future, I see myself developing this business with my parents.
The Cuban government is walking a tightrope, trying to pull the country out of a 30-year economic funk, while tempering a rise in inequality seen in other socialist countries that have embraced the private sector. For the Mantilla family, these measures will hopefully bring in a little more dough. Ed Augustin, TRT World, Havana.